When David Ben-Gurion testified before the Peel Commission in 1936, he famously declared, Lo ha-mandat hu ha-tanach shalanu, ela ha-tanach hu ha-mandat shalanu. The British mandate is not our Tanakh, our Bible. The Tanakh, our Bible, is our mandate. Ben-Gurion, a staunch secularist, understood that our right to this land is deeply rooted in our Holy Torah. Our God-given right to the land of Israel is something which the founding fathers of the modern state of Israel understood on a deep level, and something which most Israelis and Jews all over the world understood. But unfortunately, something has changed in recent decades. At the end of our parasha, the Torah records how Terach embarked on a journey, together with his son Avraham, Sarah, and Lot, towards Eretz Canaan. But they never made it to Canaan, reaching Haran and settling there in Haran instead. This pasuk parallels very closely a pasuk that we will read next week, describing how Avraham and his family eventually set off towards Eretz Canaan, ultimately reaching Canaan. But the question is, what drew Terach, an idolater, to the land of Canaan, the land which would become Eretz Yisrael? What did he see there? What did he understand about this place, this land? According to the Sforno, Terach understood that the land of Canaan was different than other lands, that it possessed a unique spiritual quality and character. This was obvious and evident by the fact that it wasn't damaged by the flood. The Sforno cites the pasuk in Dvarim Yud Aleph, where the land of Israel is described as an Eretz Asher Hashem Elokecha Doresh Ota Tamid, a land which Hashem your God constantly seeks out and watches over. It benefits from a special providence. And as Chazal teach, the Sforno quotes, Avirad Eretz Yisrael machkim, the very atmosphere, the very air of the land of Israel makes one wise. Terach, an idolater, was sensitive to the spiritual nature of the land. He understood that there's something very special here. And he felt that pull, that magnetism. Even he felt a connection to the land. In his comments at the very beginning of Breshit, Rashi asks the famous question, why does the Torah begin with the story of creation and not instead with the first commandment to the Jewish nation? And based on the Midrash, Rashi explains that the Torah begins with the story of creation in order to defend our rights to this land. Should anyone come along and accuse us of stealing this land, saying, Listim atem, you are thieves, or in today's language, you are occupiers, imperialists, aggressors, the Torah first establishes that there is a creator who created this world, and he can choose how to portion it out, to whom to give his land to. But we've been making this argument for thousands of years, and it doesn't seem to help very much. Israel is constantly defamed, delegitimized, and demonized in the media, by the international community, and on college campuses. The accusation of listim atem rings louder today than ever. Why doesn't the world just open up a Chumash and look at the first Rashi on the Torah? I think maybe we've been misreading this famous comment of Rashi. Rashi there cites a pasuk from Tehillim Kuf Yud Aleph, which is very telling. Koach ma'asav higid la'amo. The strength of his work he revealed to his nation. Latet lahem nachalat goyim. To give them a portion among the nations. The Torah begins with the story of creation, not to convince the nations of the world of our right to this land, but to prove it to us. This message is not for the world. It's for us. Koach ma'asav higid la'amo, to his nation. It's up to us, the Jewish people, to first believe in our God-given right to this land before we can prove anything to anyone else. How can we convince anyone of our deep connection to this land if we don't feel it ourselves? If we don't see its unique quality, if we're not drawn to it like Terach? How can we convince anyone else of our right to this land if we ourselves are not convinced, if we don't believe that the Tanakh is our mandate? Wishing you a Shabbat Shalom from Jerusalem.